Everyone, welcome to the first episode of the Till Show podcast. Jonathan Tillman, aka The Till Show, aka Just Till. Grateful to Renee Montgomery and RME and Moko for giving me the space to present my perspective. A few things about me. I'm not going to try to sound like I know everything, and I'm not going to try to sound like I know nothing. I just want to add to the overall discussion with another point of view. With that said, let's get into the first facet of greatness, the most basic facet there is, talent. What is talent, right? Talent is born from gifts. Gifts are traits in which a person does little to nothing to have. You're born with them. We already possess gifts, and talent is the natural result of applying those gifts in various areas. For example, someone who has the gift of straight line speed can naturally transition into sports like track. Most times, we boil gifts down to athletic things, right? Like I said, this is probably going to be a sports-based concept. So a lot of the examples will be through sports, but naturally, especially with talent, there's talent in literally any and everything that we do. Take someone like Jamie Foxx, whether it's acting, comedy, singing. Everything Jamie Foxx touches in entertainment not only is well done, but it feels natural. Jamie Foxx just kind of feels like he fits wherever he is. Now, as I began this podcast, I mentioned that there are facets to great. Talent is just one facet. No one facet assures greatness. Honestly, having all of them doesn't assure greatness. But what it does is give you the opportunity to pursue it. And that's all you want. You want a shot, right? Everybody just wants an attempt. So the very basic question that talent asks in greatness is, can you do it? If you play basketball, can you dribble? Can you shoot? If you golf, can you take a nice swing? If you do track, or, can you move your body? But the thing about talent is talent creates the foundation that you can do something. Let's just take basketball. You can play basketball. So in your pursuit of greatness, the beginning has to have some measure of success. That doesn't mean that you get it down perfectly. That doesn't mean there aren't any mistakes, but internally you believe you can do it because you believe you had some success at trying this thing, at trying basketball. If you play basketball when you were a kid, you're not the same basketball player you are as an adult. Your body has changed, of course, but something happened when you were younger where you felt, hey, I can do this. And even as you get older and more aware of your pursuit of greatness, there is still something that happens with your talent that allows you to say, I can do this. And in the NBA, everybody's talented, but I believe one of the better examples of natural talent in the NBA was Vince Carter. There was a measure of grace to his athleticism than most other players. Of course, he's still a powerful athlete. He jumps out the gym. He long strides to be 6'6" or so and be that coordinated in the air and on the ground. Of course, he's not the biggest. He's not the fastest. He's not the strongest. But when I watched them warm up, Vince Carter just looked like the basketball player, if you will. Like, one of the reasons I love basketball is because someone my size and someone Vince Carter's size and someone Shaq's size can all play the game and all be considered great enough at the game. That's one of my favorite things about basketball in general, is that someone 5'10" and someone 6'10" can both say they're great at the game. There are so many players that you can say this about. I'm pulling Vince Carter simply because Vince Carter is 46 years old and you can still see that talent flash, even as he says he doesn't really work out as often anymore. He doesn't really play anymore. He just kind of shoots around or occasionally gets some shots up, like like most retirees do. The game never really leaves you. So yeah, it exists in all of us, in every facet of life, everywhere in the world. In order for us to begin the pursuit of greatness, we must first understand our gifts and find places to put them to discover where our talents lie. Whew, that's the first episode. We made it through. Thank you again to Renee Montgomery and RME and Moko for giving me the platform to share a perspective on something I've worked on really, really hard. I am Jonathan Tillman, aka The Till Show, aka Till. This is the first episode of what I hope to be many episodes of The Till Show podcast. I'll be sure to talk to you soon and catch you next time.